companies. His core areas include digital strategy, delivery excellence, analytics, digital media, pre-sales, and omni-channel marketing campaigns. Then, I'd like to welcome the principal, Ms. Karen Robinson, and the assistant principal, Ms. Karen Robinson. They have all joined us on today's session. So let us learn more about so let us learn more about Safer Internet Day and keep ourselves aware of the possibilities of damage cyberspace can do and how we can keep ourselves safe. Thank you.
Let us now welcome the woman who doesn't need any introduction and is known among all of us for her wisdom and her knowledge, our Honorable Vice Principal, Mrs. Sindhu Samad. I would like to request Sindhu ma'am to speak a few words.
Assalamu alaikum and a pleasant morning to all. Distinguished Chief Guest, Mr. Lakshmi Narayan from IIM and Ahmed Mohammed Kamal from the Dubai Police, faculty members, and my dear students. The world is at our fingertips. With a single click, you get access to the limitless information. Yes, of course, technology is a boon and has been a blessing during the pandemic, especially for the educational sector. Interactive multimedia and telecommunication technologies can be powerful tools for educational improvement. But are we safe? The advancement of technology has had a great impact on human life, but the convenience has, however, come with the risk of cyber attacks, which put the personal safety of an individual at risk. You will need to be protected, and that's where cybersecurity comes in. Cybersecurity is the protection of electronic data and information. Regardless of who you are, it is important to keep your data safe from unauthorized access. As the cybercrime rate is increasing, cybersecurity is as important as the need for technology. The efforts taken by Dubai Police Cyber Cell in this regard is commendable. In its attempt to educate the students and staff on cyber safety and security, the IT department of New Indian Model School Dubai has come up with yet another awareness program so as to update us with the latest developments in the field. My sincere thanks to Dubai Police Cyber Cell for taking time out of their busy schedule and attending our ISD program for the past 8 years and updating our students with its latest cyber laws. Thank you all. And I feel that this event would be an eye-opener to all our students out here. And they will know about how to be safe when they work in internet. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am, for your honorable words. A drama is a mirror of the reality which need read. So, with these words, I present to you a short skit on cyber safety. They can see.
Marva, I think to keep the ethics right. Yes, mom, I keep at it now. Oh, look at this watch. It's quite strange. I've never seen it before. It has quite a techy touch to it. Let me change the time. Marva, I think to keep the ethics right. Didn't you just come here for a second? What are you trying to say? I just came over here. Now clean the ethics. I need to go for it. Okay. Fida and Ladana, do you think time traveling is possible? Like we see in movies? Yes, I found a watch in my attic and I think it's a time machine. You're joking. An old watch is a time machine? No way. I'm serious. It did take me a few minutes back in time yesterday night. Yeah, maybe let's just try going to the future. What's the worst thing that could happen? Alright then, turn the dial of the watch. Let's see what happens. Where are we? What really happened? Oh, believe me, we are in 2030. We were in class few seconds before and now here. Hey, look around. Everything is fully technologically advanced. Not only that, see the world around you. It's completely sustainable. Look how technology has changed the world. Please explore this. It's going to be really fun. A school? What innovation or technology can take place in a school? Can we go to some other place?
Don't come to conclusion. Let's see what is waiting for us.
It's a robot and it's teaching the students. Looks quite strange. There are teachers I never thought are.
You can project things without using glasses or certain projectors.
That sounds great. Now I really wish to be part of this wonderful technology and fun-filled class. There's a city hospital over there. Can we go visit it?
Yes, I really want to see how the technology is advanced in the hospitals and how things are here now in 2030.
This hospital is way more advanced than it is. Even the nurses and pharmacists are robots. Isn't that amazing? And everything are going on. What is happening?
They're all connected to the internet. Oh, look, even the robots are going off. I wonder what my mom is doing.
Isn't that your mom praying over there? Yeah, we even got to learn something new about AI each time we visited a new place.
This was an amazing experience. But did you notice when the technology is becoming more and advanced, and even when it just goes off completely, there's one thing that God has gifted us, which we humans have started to use less and less as the technology is advancing. Our memory. Just think of it. How many numbers do you know by heart? We can do that, but we don't. It's all on our phone. Your mothers, they're the only ones who remember your room number of your building. They use the power given to us by God. You saw my mother, she was praying. Even when the network wasn't reached. Hi. And even now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
So
Yes, actually, sorry from our side also that we had some technical issues, sir. We welcome you. Just we just started. Thank you.
okay, just give me 1 minute. Let me prepare the presentation. I'll finish it now.
Yeah, you can keep it ready, sir. Okay. Present slide.
Have you heard the news in the morning? I'm sure you couldn't. But don't you worry. We present to you NIMS Prime Time.
Yeah,
Sir, Assalamualaikum, sir.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir. Now we can hear, sir.
The screen right now, it show you the the presentation? Okay. Okay, Mr. Mayor, shall we start?
Sure, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Shall we start, guys?
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear us?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you right now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The screen is showing you the presentation?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thanks for being here for the cybercrime lectures. This is Lieutenant Ahmed from Dubai Police, and on behalf of Criminal Investigation Department, I'd like to thanks all of you, the school and the members of the school, teachers, and the student for hosting that particular session. Well, we will talk today crime through the social media. It could be also a website, which is the internet should be provided for that particular crime. So yes, it's through internet and through the application. And right now, and all of us know that the internet is available in our hand tablets and laptops. Does the older 18 or under 14 or 16 or whatever it's been, can they take a punishment? Yes, there is. If you take a look on the Article 7, yes, they will take parents actually. So don't think that, oh, I'm under 18, no one's gonna ask me, or I wouldn't be called by police. No, there is a rule, and Article 7 in UAE law, they mention about the punished and the concern. I mean, the person who's under 18 also, he will be responsibility for any action he made it. Well, in this crime, some of them focusing on students, some of the crime focusing on the law enforcement. So I should know as a student what type of the crime which is focusing on me, what is the targeting me. So basically we have right now hacking. Everyone know about hacking. Hacking, it could be like using some malware or using some virus, apply this virus to the particular website. Therefore, I steal everything from the host or from the website of the. It could be the website for the real estate. It could be for school. It could be for any government entity. So therefore, by using that malwares, I can obtain all the information for the from the target. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, we will discuss about this one later. And just to give you, give you a brief about the cyberbullying. If I have a group of the student, and those group of the student will trying to those group of the student have a problem with one person, so the sound is clear right now. Okay. So it can be this group associate to each others to bullying the other person. It could be through WhatsApp, through the any social media. Therefore, the person or the target or the victim, therefore he wouldn't able to come back to the school, and because he's in bad situation. Defamation. Also, it can be related to the cyberbullying. Okay, I am Ahmed. I can do a many bad thing, like I can create 1 minute. Let me share again because I have a call. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I got a call. So
Yes, sir.
okay. اتصل حق الورق يقول له كل ده يتصل عليه يقول عندي محاضرة. Okay. So also the defamation. Okay. It can be related to the cyberbullying also, and I can create account. Basically, I can create account. This account can be this account can be insulting the person by pretending him. Like I can create account under name of Fatma. However, Fatma doesn't know about who made that account. But what's the point of this account? Is for defamations. Okay, blackmail. We have different targeting us. Okay, to protecting ourselves. What's the best I can do to protect ourselves from blackmail? First thing, I should know how the offender think about me, or how the offender make a plan to get his point, to get his what he look, to get it from me. A picture, a personal information. Those things is so much valuable for the offender. If I have it, if I'm an offender, if I have this type of information, I can do many things. I can know you where you are. I can get your picture, and also I can do a horrible thing. Like the most important thing for him is blackmailing him, because once I have all of your information, pictures, information, where you go, where you come, and who's your parents. That's it. Basically, whatever I would like to ask you about, you will give me, because you are in the weak point and weak situation. So many of you may ask me, okay, I want to post my picture, I want to get more followers. Well, ma'am, if you want more followers, this is you will get a consequence. So right now, I don't think so. It's good for you to start doing that thing, because you have something more important. At the end of the day, I wouldn't say you are a student, but you are almost similar, like an employee. Just think about that. If right now I'm officer, okay? If I have different task to finish it, so if I leave this task and keep it away, so what will happen to those tasks and cases? It will be horrible. As long that I'm not taking any action. The same situation with you guys. So you need to think about your task. What's your task? It's a study. It's a study and learning. So instead of posting your picture and information, make yourself busy with something more important, which is from your core business, your core education. Well, we have a situation, a group of people, like three of men who are chasing the girls on the bus. So they were sitting behind her, and while she opened the phone, the passcode for the phone was so easy. So what happened is they took a phone from her, and she forgot it because she got different phone. Once she left the bus, after a while, she got a text from her friend in the Snap. Hey, listen, I got a call from your account. They're asking you money. Asking you money? There is a man who found your phone, and he opened her Snap, and in their Snap, he got 1,000 of picture of her, a private picture, which is nobody should see it. On top of that, the guy, the offender, he started texting the her contact in the WhatsApp. So that's why. Then she come to the police and reporting us, and we find out that those people are doing with the several girls by chasing those girls, okay, who have like an easy passcode, and somehow they stealing from it. And of course, the offense and the bad thing. Article, the 16 on cybercrime combating law, in Article 16, okay, of course, there isn't like a punishment for those who committed a crime, for those blackmail others. Slanders, insult and slanders. Okay, we may use a WhatsApp for a good purpose. We may use a Facebook Messenger for a good purpose. But some of us, they use that in a bad way to insulting each others. So we need to be more professional when we text anything through the those messengers, especially on the Google review. I have right to write my review, but it shouldn't be like in an insulting way or in a slander way. No, it doesn't work. So I need to choose a good word. I can like choose a column. But if I choose a word which is being insulting the company or the organization, no, it wouldn't be accepted over here. And if you see over here in Article 20, yes, there is the punishment. It will be start from 250,000 till 500K. Okay, for that particular thing, okay. Every account in a social media, there is like, if this one's belong to one of the celebrities or an organization, there is a column or there is a sign for the website. It mentioned that this is a verified account. I shouldn't follow someone, celebrities or someone he pretending that he's an organization without the verification code, because it can be leading to something else. Like for those who are telling the people that we are from rich family, so we are right now doing a campaign for donation. So if you would like to share with us or participate with us, and you say yes, why not? We receive many of the victims. They're doing like that. Yes, I would like to participating with us. Hello, he's a businessman. Why he should get a donation from the people? Doesn't make sense. So that's how they're starting pretending that they are others and they are like a businessman or belong to the very important person, and start obtain and getting a donation from the victim, and you don't know that those money, when you send it to him, you don't know for what purpose he used that. It can be used for like drugs, for buying weapons. Once the government find out, their government find out from where they got the money. Oh, it's from the UAE. Who did that? Oh, Ahmed did that. Okay, here we go. Another situation you will have it. Okay, a video game. That's the most important thing you need to know. I can hear sound, guys. Someone who opened the mic. Okay, how to target victim in an electronic video game. That's so simple. It's very simple to target a victim in a video game. However, the victim put some precaution to stop that. Okay, playing video game is something good. I wouldn't say it's not good. No, it can be good for passing time, but not more than 3, 4, 5 hours. No, you will get addicted on that. So you shouldn't do that. Okay, I don't have a thing. I don't have something to do. No, you have. You can do something better than video game. So basically, those video games or those offender, how they targeting the kids? They targeting the kids through a room or while they are playing with them. They can promise them by giving them an account with additional weapons. Like if I mention the Fortnite, I can give him an upgrade for his account or upgrade for his weapon. How can I get that? Of course, with the money. Okay, I want to get that. Okay, you want to get that? Fine. Send me a picture of you. Picture 2, 3, 4, 5. Till I get all your picture. Once I get your picture, okay, I want to contact your dad because there is some particular issue. I need to confirm it from him to upgrade your account. And you give him your contact of your father. Once he got all this information and the picture and the bad picture and the good picture, what's he gonna ask you? Blackmail you. That's it. Send me more picture or I'm gonna tell your dad. The same thing with the blackmail. So that's how the offenders start threatening people. We arrest guy who have like 1,000 picture of the kids for who are under 10 years old. So when I ask him, hey, why are you collecting those pictures, a bad picture for those kids? Because it's nothing to do with that. He say, I just addicted on that because they are very easy for me to get what I want from them because they are so not educated, not having a good education. So they are easy person to get what I want from him. So please, guys, if you want to play a game, so you need to at least put some rules. Okay, don't ever dealing with someone stranger. If you are dealing with some stranger, please don't share with him with any picture, any information. If he start asking you something creepy, something strange, no, he's not a player. He's not a video game. He's not a video gamer. He's an offender. Once he asks you something strange, he's going to take something from you. He's gonna asking something weird from you later on. Many of you, they've been deceived by a product which has been popped up in the social media. Like, for example, a product cost 5,000. And I see the ad on the one of the social media mentioned that that product is costing 1,000. When I order this product, I realize it's a fake. That if you receive that, and some of the product you didn't receive it because he's not a verified retailer. He's not a verified shop or distributor for that kind of product. I have one of the largest company in the world here, located in Dubai. I have Noon. I have Amazon. That I can. بندل متهمة. Okay. أحب أخلصها. Okay. That I can share with them. I can dealing with them and buy from them and in very safety way. So this is a tip for you guys to for while you are using the website. I mean the application and the social media. You have to do something called a verified. So I need to do the two-factor authentication for all our accounts, because later on maybe the company will delete it. Maybe the offender is easy for him to take it, like for like the Snapchat. Okay, this is targeting the girls, so you need to focus on this thing. So basically, if I'm one of your contact list, somehow my account has been taken from unknowing person. Okay, the unknowing person will contact to one of your friends. Let's say Fatma. Okay, and I start sending Fatma one of the pictures. So once Fatma opened the pictures, okay, immediately the picture take her to the link for the lens, because I'm using a specific. So Fatma using a specific links. I mean the offender using a specific links. So that kind of specific links, when I click on it, it will lead me to the website, which is that website literally exactly copy paste from the Snapchat. So I'm keep telling Fatma, if you want to use that if you want to use that filters, just add your username and password to open it. So Fatma open the link and put the username and password, and this username and password goes exactly to the offender. What happened next? The offender take the account and the picture of the Fatma, and he start threatening Fatma on behalf of whom? Of her friends, of her contacts. So to protect us from that thing, I need to do two-factor authentication, because if I would like to open that account or access to this account or log into that account, I cannot do that without a mobile number, because once I click on the login, I should receive a message. So that's why I'm asking you to put your number and your email to verify it. So we got the disadvantage thing from the cybercrime. Okay, how shall we report? How shall we inform the law enforcement or the government about that incident? We launched recently a platform called eCrime. So basically, eCrime is a virtual police station. They made it for the a victim who had been got blackmailed or insulted through the cybercrime. So anything related to the cybercrime, it can be reported through the eCrime. It could be like a complaint, it could be like an assist, or also it can be like a sharing information about a bad behavior through the social media. Yes, this website, the eCrime, it's like a bridge between a victim in the cybercrime and the specialist of the cybercrime, within 2 hours, we will like reply to the victim or the one who need assist, and therefore we solve his problem while he's in a home. And that's it for today for me, and I'm happy to listening your question. I'm ready for any question, difficult and easy. You can start and go ahead.
If anyone have any questions, they can ask now.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Yes, good morning. I can hear you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Fiza Radwa, and I'm from Athens. So, my question is that now technology contains lots of waves or electronic waves, and these can be like infrared, radio, microwave, and we come across these electronic waves in our day-to-day life. So, do these electronic rays affect our immune system? And if they do affect our immune system, how can we protect ourselves from these rays?
What's the question? I didn't hear you very well. What's the question?
My question is that now technology contains electronic rays like infrared, radio, micro, and satellite, and we come across these electronic rays in our day-to-day life. So,
Okay.
do these electronic rays affect our immune system? And if they do affect our immune system, how do we protect ourselves from it?
Well, there is a many type to protect ourselves, protect the system. So if we go to through the program that we install in our device, I cannot like install a program which has been not been attested by the platform. It can be iOS or it can be Play Store. So many of you start doing like a jailbreak. This jailbreak actually, it allow for those program which is they have a malware, they have a virus, to obtain the information from my phone. And basically, you should understand what's the concept of the phone. Phone is like something private. Nobody should know what is inside. Only me and my parents. Okay, those who can able to do, access it to my phone. But by installing that type of program, okay, it allow for the offender, it allow for those malware program or which has been loaded with different type of virus to obtain all of those all of those information. And as I say previously, my information is so valuable for the offender. So basically this information is like I say, it's very valuable for the offender. I can do, in a perspective of offender thought, I can do several things with that information. I can build if you hear about social engineering, I can make a full social engineering about my target, and I can get whatever I want from him. So the best thing, if I want to protect my devices, we should stop uploading something uncertified or unverified from the platform. And one more thing, I should stop open anything, any link which is unknowing link to protect ourselves, because you don't know what's behind this link. Just It can be malware. It can be some software. Can be accessed remotely to your phone and obtain many of the picture from your phone. Next question.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I would like to ask about the two-factor authentication that you mentioned. Even having that enabled, how effective is it? And also in the past, like if people do have it enabled, has it prevented any sort of crime to happen?
That's a good question. By the way, those two-factor authentication, it's like a way to preventing us from any consequence in the future. However, many of us, like, I'm just surprised that why should I use a number for my nanny, or why should I use a number of my driver? What's the point behind that? Because at the end of the day, he will finish his work in the home, then he will leave. So when I asked the authentication, he's in home now. How can I get the number? How can I get the authentication from him? So therefore, the website will disable the account, or it can be easy for the offender to access the account. I should know that my account should be protected, like especially for those websites which is providing a picture or sharing a picture like Snap and Instagram. I think most of the websites are sharing with a video and video and photo is being exist. So therefore, I need to protect pictures from someone, the strangers. This is a simple thing, like I mentioned before about the way that you use it in the Snapchat. This is a simple thing. That's the beginning. So whatever comes can be worse, because right now we are asking people to do the authentication. The authentication, it's like I wouldn't say it's obstacle, but it can be like a big wall in front of the offender for non-accessing on the other cost. So by putting those two authentication and verified it, so he wouldn't able to access to my jurisdiction or to my home. So therefore, I can protect my asset. Okay. That's a purpose actually for the two authentication code. Next question.
I think that's all. Now let's continue with our program. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure, and I hope everyone get benefit from that lecture. And wish you all of you guys to stay safe. And thanks again for the management of the school for hosting us. And thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Have you heard the news in the morning? I'm sure you couldn't, but don't you worry. We present to you NIMS Prime Time.
I believe the audio is muted for the video. Or am I the only one not able to hear it?
I think there is
No, sir, we are not also able to.
Okay.
You guys able to hear this now?
Facing difficulties
Yes.
focusing on their studies.
Yes, now we can hear it. Thank you.
Let's hear from Sahla Sali how students are coping with this situation. Online classes are difficult for the students to sit in front of the screen for hours. This has increased the responsibility of parents as it has negative effects in their well-being. During online classes, students may feel isolated due to lack of social interaction. This may lead to public fear in students. Students may sometimes lose important portions due to network issues. This will definitely affect the progress of their learning process.
Okay, so after hearing all of this, I feel online classes has been a burden for students right now. Really?
No. Even though online classes has been a burden for students, it has helped them in many ways. Students who could not go for abroad studies could complete it online. It helped them to be with their families and complete their studies. Students who could get recorded classes to revise and get any mentor of their choice. They could also learn from the best resources available. Students who were quarantined during COVID could also complete without missing any classes. Online classes the education much easier. Teachers could give individual attention by using various apps and websites. Thank you, Mrs. Stella Singh, reporting from NIMS Digital TV with cameraman Fraser.
Let me start with asking you all a simple question. How many of us have a social media account? Let me take a guess as well. Nearly all of us do. Now, let's dig a little deeper. Who among the people we know have a social media account even though they have not reached the age of 15 yet? As we can access from the answers to the questions I asked earlier, all of us are aware that social media has a huge influence on the youth today. We can say that it has become so powerful and influential that it can be blamed as the main factor for causing mental and social disorders among the youth. However, we can argue that it is not the only factor. The society we live in has molded it to exert pressure with reality shows, pages, or tabloid journalism. For example, there was a time before Facebook, a time before Instagram. We cannot say that we still have mental health concerns, exerts pressure to fit in. And the only to pick up our phones and log on to our social media profiles immediately after we wake up. We mindlessly scroll through hundreds of posts. We comment, we react, we like, and we share. Many of us prefer not to think of the disadvantages of social media because of how dependent we are on it as a form of entertainment, an unknown addiction. However, a major problem faced name calling and rumor spreading have long been an unpleasant and challenging aspect of the adolescent life. But the proliferation of smartphones and the rise of social media has transformed where, when, and how bullying takes place. Let us learn more about cyberbullying from our reporter.
Good morning. Cyberbullying is on the rise worldwide. People intend to hurt someone online, regardless of what the topic is. The top 3 countries where cyberbullying is the most prevalent are India, Brazil, and the highest to express confidence that their children were bullied online at least sometimes, and that only grew from 2011 to 2018. Only 6% of boys reported being bullied online, compared to 15% of girls, particularly older girls aged 12 to 17. 41% of older girls reported experiencing some form of online harassment, choosing Instagram as the most common platform for cyberbullying, closely followed by Facebook and Snapchat along with YouTube. Bullies tend to be more aggressive online as there are rarely any real-world consequences of their actions. This is reported Afra Abdul Wahid with cameraman Rinsha Abubakar.
Cybercrime continues to rise in scale complexity, affecting essential services, business, and private individuals. This pandemic has increased cyber risk, where organizations saw a risk, crisis, cyber criminals saw an opportunity. It's clear reported evidence of cyber criminals targeting COVID-19 related support packages across multiple financial services, organizations, and increase in identifying, spoofing, and cybercrime directed several online traders. Therefore, we have cybersecurity to protect critical system and sensitive information from online criminals. We will now hear from our reporter about this dilemma.
Good morning. Nowadays, technology is used for almost everything. Cyberspace is a part of our life, and it is beneficial our systems getting hacked and our information getting leaked to dangerous websites. That is where cybersecurity comes in and aims to reduce the risk of cyber attacks and protect against the unauthorized exploitation of systems, networks, and technologies. Innovations and trends in technology have a direct impact on our digital security. Cloud-based data storage has become a popular option over the last decade due to the enhanced privacy. Reportedly, self-driving cars, artificial intelligence,
brands, it is best to take precautions by keeping your login information and password secure, changing your passwords every 3 months, keeping track of who has access to your devices, networks, and data, updating your devices and applications often, refraining from opening junk mails, do not click on unknown links, and back up your data to a cloud service so that you won't lose necessary information. This is reporter Fatima Sahla with cameraman Hadia Faisal.
In November 2020, the UAE cabinet agreed to establish the UAE Cybersecurity Council to develop a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy and create a safer and stronger cyber infrastructure. This effort taken by the government resulted in the country ranking fifth globally for a robust cybersecurity infrastructure. Personal. Digital TV with camera. And Fatima Masnad reporting. Thank you and have a nice day.
For the past 10 years, NIMS Department of Inclusion has been spreading awareness about cyber safety to the students. This program has helped numerous students throughout their life. Now, let's have a short questionnaire with Head of Department of Inclusion, Mr. Ajit Murkot.
Unexpected turn of events in the recent past has severe repercussions on adolescents. Many found solace in social media platforms and have been subjected to cyberbullying in various forms. Being the head of the Department of Inclusion, what advice would you like to give to the students who spend relentlessly on social media?
Human beings are highly evolved in their social skills and interaction. Social media has frightening. Our lives and the technology has progressed so much that we no longer can deny the use of social media to the present generation. What we can and what we should do is to teach the appropriate use of these media. This may sound as a cliche, but this is a fact. Change in our social media behavior, I think, is the only way forward. My first advice
Social media is often a trap. Majority of adolescents strive for popularity online, and their happiness is aligned with the likes and comments of what they receive from the netizens. As a clinical psychologist, how would you help teenagers to strike a balance between real life and digital addiction?
to the students is for them to be aware that social media is like a double-edged sword. When used appropriately, it can be of significant help. And when used inappropriately, it can create a havoc in their life or in your life.
According to a survey, only around 1 in 10 young people inform a parent or trusted adult of cyberbullying. Most of the parents talk with teens about digital safety, but fail to take a bolder step in restricting or monitoring their child. What is your advice on the role of parents in monitoring their teens' online browsing?
I always ask this question to parents. Why have multiple Facebook accounts? For a long time, my family and had only one FB account, which was used by my wife, two sons, and myself. Likewise, why keep the password secret in the family? I think until children are adults themselves, the family should have passwords that are known to everyone. And parents should be the best role model for the appropriate and safe use of social media applications. Parents have an enormous role in monitoring or curtailing the use of social media for the purpose of safety. Freedom to use social media comes with a responsibility, and most children are unaware what these responsibilities are.
I am profusely elated to take this opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan, a management consultant and a business leader who loves solving business problems with the help of AI and digital technologies.
He is a management graduate from IIM Lucknow with a postgraduate diploma in AI from the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore. With over a decade experience, he has helped students unlock their potential and help them achieve their dreams. I invite Mr. Lakshmi Narayan for a few words.
Hi everyone, good morning. I hope you're all doing good and you and your family are safe and healthy too. So let me quickly share my screen. Let me know when you're able to see that. Can you see my screen? I'm sharing my screen if that is okay for you.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Perfect, good. Good, then let's go ahead and have a quick discussion on cybersecurity. I'm happy that your school has brought in some interesting people, interesting views. Dubai Police, Hamid has given a wonderful view on how you need to be safe and secure in the online world. Today, I'm here to talk on a personal capacity, more on as a father of two girls. I'm here to share a bit of my knowledge on how you need to protect yourself. Girls are precious, isn't it? We're all special to our parents. I hope you all agree, isn't it? And it is our duty, it is our responsibility to be safe, secure in a world, in our world, in a world we have created in online, which we do not expose to our parents much. Do you agree? How many of our parents are exposed to the world that we have created in the online? We believe that that's our world, that's our personal private space, and we never expose them to it. Sir spoke about how we need to share things with our parents and keep them exposed to all things. That's a definitely a good point, no doubt about it. This is my world, don't come into it, kind of. It's a private space, kind of. That's a thought process generally. So when we have that feeling, I want you to remember the world out there is slightly different from what you see on the other side of the computer. I'm not here to scare you. I'm going to make a small presentation to share what is happening on the other side of the things. Maybe I'll take quickly 15-20 minutes. I'll just run through the presentation. But I want you to learn, I want you to understand what is happening in the other side of the world and be prepared for it. All of you are smart, no doubt about it. But the important thing is you need to be aware of the risk, concerns, challenges that exist on the other side so that you don't make the same mistakes which other kids who are also intelligent have made it earlier in the online world. So that's what I would like to touch upon. So before that, let me quickly request you to join on different things which would help you. Can you all join this WhatsApp group? I put a yes chat quickly. If
Sir, right now we're at school.
That's okay. That's perfectly fine. Okay, then the Sina. The trick here is something different. You have just seen me. You do not know anything about me. I don't live in Dubai. So if Ahmed wants to find out who I am, it's going to be tough because I live in a different country. Correct? So now I just shared a WhatsApp group. Let's say Shazina is sharing it. How easy is it for, which is a key for a lot of things, right? And the moment I get your mobile number, is it easy or is it tough for me to find your name? What do you think?
It's easy, sir.
It's easy. The moment I have your name, I have your mobile number and everything. I need not do it in a tough way. I'm sure all of you have shared enough things about you in Instagram, isn't it? You have your wonderful profile. You have shared all your details in different worlds. All I have to do is bring a storyline with all the social media platforms. Correct? The moment, let's say, for example, I want to know more about Fatima, Seema, Shazira. I mean, I'm just calling out the names so I've switched on the cameras. So if I just take these names and start doing my hunting in social media platform with your mobile number and the name, don't you think I'll be able to know more about you and build your profile? Possible or not possible? Sitting somewhere remotely. Luckily, I'm a good person. I won't do that. But just imagine if somebody who wants to play around with your life, who wants to play around with you, wants to do this, they can easily do that. Isn't it easy? That's the kind of world we are living in. That's where I want to start with one basic application, WhatsApp. Do you remember what kind of access you provided to WhatsApp when you installed it? Do you all remember when you installed it, what kind of permissions you provided from your mobile phone? What are the permissions you?
Access to files, camera, audio,
Photos.
photos, yeah.
Almost everything in your mobile. Do you agree? So if you notice, almost your contacts, all contacts. Let's say, for example, I give you my mobile number today. You store it in your mobile number, mobile contacts. Automatically, tomorrow morning, you will get a request in your Facebook saying that there is a Facebook friend suggestion. In Instagram, there will be a message that, do you want to follow this person whom you added yesterday? Correct? So you're not even only exposing your contacts, your photos, your files, you're also exposing my contact just because you have added me to your address book, isn't it? Now, the whole mobile is in somebody's control. Do you agree? Do you really like somebody seeing your photo, what you have taken in your mobile phone? I'm sure there are a lot of photos that you have taken about your family, friends, a lot of selfies definitely would have taken it, correct? All those photos, WhatsApp has access to it. Do you agree? If WhatsApp has access to it, is it easy for an hacker to just ping, check, and take those photos? Is it complicated? Maybe slightly tough, but a good ethical hacker or unethical hacker would definitely be able to do it, isn't it? So again, I'm not scaring you. All I'm trying to say is the art of possible, the art of things that are happening around us. So you need to be aware what kind of apps you are installing in your mobile, what kind of permissions you are giving to those apps. In fact, one small request I would have today, maybe I want you to try this right after you complete your classes. When you get access to your mobile phone, can you go to the settings and check out what kind of access you have provided to different apps? I'm sure, I can be 200% sure and tell you, some of the apps do not need your microphone permission. They do not need your camera permission, but still you have given them. Do you know that? Go and check it out. You'll be surprised. When you go and check your apps settings, you'll realize that a lot of apps in your mobile phone do not need camera, microphone permissions, but you have provided them. Go check them and remove those permissions so that they cannot switch on your camera remotely. Any company which has access to your camera phone, they can switch your camera anytime. Okay, so just be cautious about it. That's something I want you to tell you. That's the first takeaway I want to give you. And I need not tell you. This is a photo of your school, isn't it? Sitting in India, remotely in Bangalore, I'm able to take a photo and put it in my presentation. That's so easy the online world is, isn't it? Anything that you post in the online world, I can definitely pick it. Even if you remove it from the internet, I can still take it. Once posted in the internet, it never disappears. It is always there once it comes to the internet. So that's high risky. It is. So I'm sure all of you know that thanks to Corona, COVID, everything today, all of us have access to internet, and children have started accessing internet to a greater extent. Globally, 33% children have internet access at home. And India, US, look at the numbers. I'm sure Middle East definitely stands more penetration than compared to India. And 37% teens aged between 13 to 17 have been bullied online. Bullied means it disturbs you, right? It's mental health. It affects your mental health. If I tell you, I mean, if I have to bluntly tell you, like, you're not looking beautiful, just put a name in front of it and say that you're not looking beautiful. I may be a stranger to you, but for at least 24 hours, you'll be disturbed. Why is this idiot calling me not beautiful? Correct? It doesn't matter who I am, but somebody randomly passing a comment disturbs you so much, isn't it? That cyberbullying affects our mental health to a greater extent. And as Ahmed rightly pointed out in his PowerPoint, these are things we should not be ideally focused on, isn't it? At this age. But unfortunately, at this is the age where we get maximum number of distractions compared to any other age. And all of us have gone through this age and have come out. Now I am matured, I am experienced, I can look back at that age and laugh at it for all the mistakes that I committed at that time. But you are going through the stage where you will not realize what those mistakes are. You will learn it in a hard way. That's what life is all about, isn't it? But my request is, don't make mistakes which you will regret for life. So one important thing, never share public information, never get bullied online. And in fact, girls experience more bullying than boys. So you should be double careful about what you do in the online world. Say, in a survey that has come in, nearly half of 18 to 20-year-olds in Middle East have suffered online abuse and exploitation. So never get to that, never fall for it. You need to be double careful. Ignore. If you believe that somebody is bullying you, report it. Report the profile, complain, so that you stand against it. That's the way to protect yourself. We all believe, I mean, we are in a very nice world, right? Our parents believe that our kids are using online for school reports, chatting, attending online classes, playing games, maybe building our influence and killing time. This is what is the general perception of what we do in the online world. But remember, we are actually trying to create an identity for ourselves. Do you agree with me? Lakshmi Narayanan, for example, I am trying to create an identity for myself because there is a world outside and I need a social acceptance. That identity is something I am creating it. And you all need social assistance. That's the age that you are in, correct? You want everyone, every person in this world to like you. Do you agree with me or not? 4 years old, but she wants a, that's the way she is. So we stretch that extra mile to do that. But tell me one thing. Who are you? How will you define yourself? Your actions? Your name? How do you define your identity? Can anyone tell me? Did I ask you a tough question? Who are you? It is very, very tough to answer, right? It may sound philosophical, but if you notice what you do, what is your name, what you do, what is your environment, the context, that's what defines you in a way, your actions. Tell me one thing, is it easy or tough for me to identity? Tomorrow I can create a fake profile of you. With all the snaps that you have posted in Instagram, Facebook, I can create a completely new profile, fake profile, and I can ping one of your classmates and tell them like, boss, I am in trouble. Can you help me with few dollars? Can you send me some money? Is it easy or tough? Very easy, right? Solving the school, correct? Not complicated at all. Anyone can do it. Anyone sitting anywhere without knowing you, they can do it. That's how things are. I can steal your identity online with all the information that you're providing. So you should be double careful of what you share. And do you know something? The social media platforms that you are in know more about you than your parents, friends, or even yourself. This is something I teach in colleges, digital marketing. Do you know when you go to Amazon knows very well whether you're going to do a shopping or not, the time that you have logged in. Because you all have patterns. Do you agree with me? How many of you do window shopping? Data has been stolen. All these things come up. The identities are stolen. Netflix. Watch Netflix? Yes. I am sure you don't watch documentaries. This is documentaries. I want you to maybe take it as an homework. For this session, the social dilemma. Okay, and then the second one is there is a documentary called as Connected. It's a 45 minutes of Tinder app. But Tinder app is a kind of an online dating app, right? Everyone spends time. Much about you. In Tinder, apart from Tinder, that report of 800 pages. And personal information about yourself. Maybe I want you to watch this Connected series also. I can guarantee you will never go to the honest and come back to the. That's what the reality is. That's what the scary part of the world is. I'm sure. I mean, with all the sessions from the previous speakers, you have understood all these terms. Online predators, you know what they are. Identity theft, which happens very clearly. Financial fraud, this happens more often, no doubt about it. Cyberbullying, phishing, cyber scams. All these things are happening in the online world. Just that you are not exposed to it. By the way, how many of you use your parents' credit card? You all use it? No, they don't give you the credit card. I'm jealous of you. Okay, good. So my daughter is asking for the credit card the moment she understood what the credit card is. So the reason I'm telling you this is we use it more often in the online world, right? We sometimes save the information also, credit card information in the online world. Like just for easy one, like next time when I come for shopping, I need not enter the details again. It's easy. Do you know they can steal the data very quickly? You may be sitting at home sleeping aram say, like Google Pay, for example. Yes, Fatima. You may be sleeping, maybe a Sunday afternoon, you are taking a good nap, but somebody may be swiping your credit card in your name. And your dad will be getting SMSs like, oh, my daughter is shopping, but she's sleeping in the room. So that's how the world is. Financial frauds are also happening with all the information that you share in the online world. As somebody told this, still use date of birth as unlock code for your mobile phone. Anyone? My wife still uses it, even though I've been telling her for some time she's not changing it. But that's an easy one to, at the max, you will change it to my date of birth. That's where she is. I've been telling her now. So this is easy to crack. My humble request is please change your passwords. Keep it very complicated. Nobody should be able to guess. I still remember when I was in school, my first Gmail account was hacked by my friends because my password was very simple. Lakshmi at 2506, my date of birth. So my name at 2506. It was very simple. They were able to hack it and they were able to open the Gmail account and they started sending emails to everyone. So never keep easy passwords. Please protect your identity in the online world. And this is something I want you to remember. Apart from the financial frauds, there's something called as a romantic scams that happen in the online world easily. And look at the case of a person traveled 8,500 miles from New Zealand to Virginia in US. 14-year-old daughter of this Virginia mother, she did not respond to him in online. After speaking to him for some time, she stopped responding. This guy got irritated. He traveled 8,500 miles to come and meet that girl. Sounds scary? How many of you are speaking to strangers in the online world? Please be careful. You'll never know who is going to ring the bell, ring your doorbell down the lane. So just be cautious about it. Inform you from others' mistakes. I just want to remind something which my parents used to tell me. I'm sure your parents would also have told the same thing. What we tell in the offline world: don't talk to strangers, don't read inappropriate content, don't open doors to unknown, don't share personal information to anyone. I'm sure your parents told you this when you first came to school. Yes, but are we sincerely following it? Definitely not, isn't it? So don't talk to strangers, especially in the online world. Take all these points and put it across in your online world. Are you not talking to strangers in the online world today? Just that you don't read inappropriate content. There are a lot of content today. Unfortunately, we cannot control what is there in the internet. Okay, all of us are trying to do it. Adults are trying to do it to protect the children from all the things that are happening online. The only way is you guys being aware of what is there and avoid certain things like violent content, sexually explicit content, obscene or age inappropriate content, downloading pirated materials. You can download music, video files. I'm sure some of you may download videos also, movies also, and download and watch it. Put some VPN and then access different countries' websites. Are you aware of it? For free, actually, there is something. Sure, you would have downloaded a lot of using the free PDF viewer or converting cam scanner and other things. Like for example, you take an image and then scan, convert it to PDF. 50 rupees app in Indian rupees. But still, we do not want to pay that 50 rupees to download a original app, but we download a free app. Whatever documents that we scan, somebody is using that. Do you know that? Apart from you, there is something called as a free app in the online world. You are actually giving your free documents, images, videos, whatever that you have in your mobile, you are giving it to someone for the app. For that one scan, please check out what is happening. Uninstall, go for a factory reset, install all the apps again. There may be a malware that is tracking your data, what you're doing. Okay, and you and me know, so the security factor is very, very important. Please be cautious about it. Your actions today can affect your opportunities tomorrow. I don't know how many of you are aware. A lot of companies have started doing it. Countries scan your social media content before offering you a visa. And universities scan your social media content before offering you admission. What you post today, what you do in the online world is getting observed. What we call it as social listening. Have you heard of this? We try to understand what you're doing in the online world. Companies do it, corporates do it. Everyone is trying to do it to understand what you're doing in the online world. So please be conscious. So this stranger danger that is running in the online world, how can you tackle this problem? How can you avoid the dangers from the strangers who are in the online world? You have to be a good digital citizen online. So what can you do? These are small things which I've been telling my daughter. I'm sharing it with a larger audience here. I see as my young sisters. So please take care of yourself in the online world. Limit the amount of time you spend online. Never share any personal information. School name, standard, address, parents' name, card details. We can stitch the story. We can form your full profile with whatever information you share. Never agree to meet someone you meet online. Please do that. If you start meeting somebody, you do not know the risk associated with it. Please be cautious about it. It may sound simple. It may sound like it's not very complicated, but if you may not realize the downside of it unless you face a situation. Be transparent with your parents when you find something fishy online. At least your elder brother, somebody, talk to somebody about something fishy online before you act on it. Because once you act on it, you will never be able to go back. Please understand that. Remember, anything you share online is shared forever. The profile that you create, the images that you post, the content that you have given, everything is going to stay there in the online forever. So never make that mistake. Be conscious, be cautious about what you share. And finally, understand how to use computers in different places. Everything is not your personal computer, right? If you use something in a cybernet zone, if you use something in Dubai airport, versus if you use, if you're connected to the Wi-Fi in Dubai airport versus if you connect to the internet at your home, in your school, every place is different. You should know what to share, what to download, what to keep in those files and everything, and be more cautious about it. So take care of all these things. I'm sure your life will be very good. You would not regret anything that you're doing in the online world if you follow these small, simple steps. Be aware of it, stay safe, and wear a mask online too. Okay, this is a mask you need to have till you become secure, till you become independent, till you become strong to face all these predators and bullies in the online world. So this is my email ID. I look forward to be in touch with all of you, and I'm open to any questions that you may have in your mind. I hope this short 20 minutes presentation has helped you to get a perspective of what is happening in the online world. Any questions you would like to ask? Yes, Fatima, please go ahead. Yeah, Sida.
Good morning, sir. So now the prominence of fake news and informations are widely seen in social media platforms. So how the artificial intelligence can be used to tackle these fake news in social media platforms?
Very good, Fida. That's a good question. Okay, from the cyber security awareness point of view, first of all, can you differentiate the fake news easily? Forget about the online world, offline world. If I come and tell you that it's raining, let's say, for example, today it's raining very heavily. Tomorrow, you get a message in the morning from your friend that it is an holiday today because it rained very badly yesterday. We tend to believe that, right? We do not want to check the validity of the statement. We tend to believe because, yeah, it was raining badly, so the school might have given a holiday. Fake news is a real problem. Fake news is a menace, no doubt about it. But have you seen patterns in the fake news? Yes or no? The source of the fake news, that what kind of messages come in the fake news. There is definitely a pattern in the way the fake news is getting generated. And definitely it comes through WhatsApp for sure, right? Compared to other platforms. So source, channel, the kind of message that comes in, all these are some of the clues, some of the patterns that exist when people talk about fake news. AI or machine learning is all about recognizing patterns. So if there is a pattern, in anything that you are consuming, machine learning would be able to track it, and with the help of machine learning, you'll be able to identify it. But is it easy or tough? Definitely it is tough. Okay, it's not going to be as easy as it sounds, but there is an opportunity for us to use AI machine learning to track fake news, which already all the algorithms in Facebook, WhatsApp, all these companies are trying to do it, to identify and block or tag everything as a fake news. That is happening, but it's a long process, Vida, to be honest. It's going to take some time. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, Nitishri, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I'm Nitishri and I have a small query. Why should we update our computers, and is there any link between updating the computers and its protection?
Okay, I'll put it this way. So you update your computers because you are upgrading your softwares, correct? There are two types of softwares that you use in your computer. One is a system software, the other one is the application software. System software is operating system, correct? Like Windows, iOS, the operating systems that you have, and on top of it, you have application softwares. Okay, like system softwares are major upgrades that happen. Like for example, Windows 11 has come in. Would you like to upgrade yourself to Windows 11? Okay, so Windows 10 and Windows 11, what is the difference? If you go and read the upgrade, you will learn that, okay, some security patches are provided. They will give you something like that, correct? Apart from the new functionalities and features. So what exactly they are trying to achieve? They are telling you that, boss, in the last release that we had, we identified that some of the issues are there. Some new scams have come up. People are misusing the vulnerabilities in the software. We have fixed all those things and we have released a new patch. Now those security issues that were existing earlier cannot come back again. So we have produced patches for it. We have written lines of code to stop it. So they're giving you a new code. When you install it, the system is upgraded. Now with better security, better features. It is like you moving from one standard to the other. So what is the difference between Nitishri of third standard to Nitishri of the current standard? Every year you have learned something new, right? Every year you are gaining some new knowledge. The same thing happens with the operating systems, application softwares and everything. Every year we get to learn something new. Every year they try to fix something new which has come in the market, and that upgrade is regularly happening to protect you from different things, to protect the operating system of the computer from different cyber attacks or vulnerabilities. I hope that answers your question, Nitishri. The same thing happens with your app store also, like application softwares also. If you notice regularly, they ask you to update your applications, right? Apps in your mobile. So what are they doing? They are just upgrading some features. It may be user interfaces. So some upgrades will happen in the server at the backend. Some upgrades will happen in your mobile for certain apps. That's just to upgrade certain things from certain new functionalities or security patches.
Thank you, sir.
No worries. Any other questions? Yes, Nandita, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. My question is, nowadays cloud computing is a budding field and most of us use cloud for storing data. Even mobile users have the facility to use cloud. Therefore, is it advisable? Would you recommend it?
Okay, so I'll tell you what I tell the corporates. Okay, that's applicable for our society and personal lives also. Cloud definitely is a problem. There is a problem with the data security. What is cloud? For storage, I mean, say cloud is nothing but you're borrowing a computer, somebody's computer, which is sitting in a remote place, either for storage or computational power. Correct? For these two reasons, you're borrowing somebody's computer. So Google Drive, let's say, for example, Google Drive means Google has umpteen number of servers, billion number of servers there in their location. You are borrowing some space from them because you do not have enough space in your laptop. Correct? Now, when you move some data from your laptop to those servers, is there not a data security issue? There is a problem. Let's say, for example, Lakshmi Narayan has taken some 1 trillion snaps, let's say, for example, okay, or 100 snaps of my daughter. And I'm storing it in one album in Google Photos. I'm sure all of you use Google Photos. I'm storing all of them in Google Photos, which is sitting in Google servers. Now, is it protected? Can somebody access it? If I keep it in my laptop, which is not connected to internet, versus if I keep it in Google Photos, where everyone has access to Google Photos. Like for example, Nandita will have a profile in Google Photos, Christina will have profile in Google Photos, Fiza will have a profile in Google Photos. So everyone has access to Google Photos, correct? Now, Nandita, if she is a very good hacker, actually she can go to Google Photos, hack it, and then find out what Lakshmi has stored in Google Drive, in Google Photos, correct? So is there a data privacy, data security issue there? Definitely there is one, okay? That's where the general logic is, never store any kind of confidential, personal, sensitive data on Google Drive or on any cloud device. Keep everything in your own control. It may be your hard disk, it may be your laptop, which is not connected to the internet, by the way. The moment you connect to the internet, there is no big difference between cloud and your laptop, correct? Because anyone can access your laptop through the internet. So security is important. What you are storing, what kind of photos, videos, documents, everything that you store, sensitive personal information, confidential information, never store it on cloud. This is what we tell the corporates also. This is what I would tell you also as an individual. Tomorrow you take all the personal photos. Let's say, for example, somebody in your family, your sister is getting married, and all the marriage photos, you are putting it across in a Google Drive, which we tend to do, right? All of us do that, put an album and then share it across to the whole world. Anyone can access it, right? And also we give the privileges like anyone with the link can share it. Noticed it. So that all where the link has reached, correct? So Nandita's sister's marriage photo, even Lakshmi Narayan sitting in India can open it if he receives the link. That's a huge risk, isn't it? So security rights, protection rights, all these things should be taken care of while we are uploading such data, boss. I hope that answers your question, Nandita.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect. So Fatima has a question in the chat. Maybe I'll quickly answer that before we get to the other one. Sir, as we know that all data is taken from a database of a particular social media. So is there any way to hide our personal info from these database? Okay, is there any way to hide the personal info? Very tough, boss. Once it is on the internet, it is gone. Everyone has access to it. Maybe you may think that, okay, I'm deleting this particular data from Facebook profile or Insta profile, but actually it has not disappeared from the archives which Facebook or Instagram server would have taken. Okay, so deleting the personal data from the servers of social media is something which is not possible, honestly speaking. Okay, once you have uploaded, the only way to protect yourself is not to upload or not to update any personal information in the online world. Once you do it, it is always there in the internet. It never dies. Please take care of it. That's a huge risk. You may not realize that at this point of time, but that's a huge risk. Okay. Yeah, somebody raised their hand.
Sir,
Yes.
can I just ask the next question?
Yeah, Fatima, go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, I'd just like to say that you've literally shared plenty of useful information, which many of us weren't aware of, so thank you for that. Okay, so my question is that nowadays there are many apps that need permission for our location, like we use Google Maps and stuff. So we use Google Maps and all because it's helpful for us. And then if, there are certain features like if your phone is lost or if your device is lost, so then we can, get access to that because of the location that we have shared. So there are also, different websites now where if you just enter the phone number, right, you can know where that person actually is. So although sharing location is both, there is useful, also it's dangerous as well. So what advice would you give, for those people who are everyone is sharing their location, right? So what advice would you say that would keep us safe in a way that, people can't, access a location? That
Very, very good question, Fatima. In fact, I'll put it this way. This is a huge debate that is happening in the world today. That is privacy versus convenience. Okay. So we use Google Maps. We use all the apps that are provided by Google, Facebook, everyone in this world, available free of cost, because there is a matter of convenience for us. Correct. So if I don't use Google Maps, I have to stop everywhere in my car and check out where the address is and then go there. Instead, if I use Google Maps, I can precisely know how much time would it take. It is so helpful for me to take some decisions, correct? So I don't mind sharing data with Google so that Google gives me enough information, correct? So this is a matter of convenience for us. But is it a matter of privacy? Not really. Google has almost every information about us. In fact, the popular joke in the market, I don't know whether you will relate to this. Google, I mean, just this is the boys' joke actually. Google knows more about the husbands than the wives know about their husbands. Whatever the wife doesn't know, Google knows more about the husband. So we should be double careful. In fact, yesterday, I will tell you, boss, yesterday night, I received an email from Google telling me what are the places I visited in the last 1 month. It has put it across like October travel update. So which cities I have traveled, what flights I have taken, everything it has put across, and it is giving me the Google Map update. Is it not scary? What we used for convenience, now it is tracking every movement of me. That's because the GPS is on in my mobile. Okay. So that is a really scary part, no doubt about it, Fatima. Now, what we need to think about to answer your question, where do we want to compromise? How much we are ready to compromise? Okay. So do we really need that convenience versus do we really go for the privacy? Let's say, for example, tomorrow everyone stops using Google. Google will not have a choice but to come up with some laws, some rules to store the data, protect the data. Have you heard of this concept called as GDPR by any chance? Global Data Privacy Regulation. Are you aware of it? Okay, maybe note it down. This answers your question, Fatima. Global Data Privacy Regulation, and 80 countries in the world. So all the countries are telling bigger technology giants like Google, Facebook, all these companies, any data that you are storing about your end user, you are responsible for the data. If something goes wrong with the data, you are responsible. You take consent from the people on how you have to use the data. So they are making the see till now, if the moment the tables are changed with this GDPR, the European Union has clearly told these companies that even if Fatima is sharing it, how the data is used by Facebook for facial recognition algorithm or anything else, Facebook has to get the permission of Fatima to use it. Now, Fatima knows exactly how the companies are using the data. So, if I have to summarize, the logic is very simple, Fatima. You need to take a call. All of us have to take a call. How much data can I use for convenience? Can I give for convenience? How much data I need to protect? Like, for example, in India, I'm sure you would have heard of Aadhaar data, right? You will not be available with anyone because once say give my finger iris lids, obviously anyone can use it. Correct? So what data I can share, that data literacy should be there amongst all of us. Session is happening to all of you. Tomorrow there should be a session on data literacy also. What data we should share, what data we should not share with anyone. Okay, that's another important information that you should all be aware of. So convenience versus privacy, Fatima. We need to take a call as an individual to share for my convenience. Nobody
It's
else.
almost like really when they make new accounts on websites, they ask like how up to like powered by Google's and powered by Google, and Google stores those passwords for us. So I think that is like there's more trust. We have more trust to save passwords over there rather than the certain websites where we make our accounts. So
Sima, I'll tell you this. Jangle at let's say, for example, your Google Gmail ID is. Let's say I hacked this account. Okay. Somehow you did not keep a strong password. I have hacked your account. With this detail, what are the different things I can access? Think about it. I can log into your Chrome and I can find out all your passwords. Whatever G cross-check, this is my new mobile. I want to connect any mobile in India, a new mobile phone. Okay. The moment I do that, what happens? It immediately downloads all the apps which SEMA is using in our mobile. Correct? Yes or no? Because Android works on Google platform. Correct? Well, Android is powered by Google now. So the moment I use the Gmail and the password, everything gets downloaded there. That's the way, kind of power Google enjoys. Is it risky or not? What do you think now? With just one account, I'm able to hack so many things of SEMA. And I can create a fake identity of SEMA. So just imagine, that's again matter of convenience. So if you want to do it, where you can store it, save, hack it. That is also there. You can use that for convenience, but you can be confident that, okay, nobody can hack this particular account. And regularly change your passwords, by the way. Anybody can mess around with your account, by the way. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Seema.
Yes, yes.
Good. So Mariam has a question. So is the data still there? Even if any of the social media, you will be able to find out the truth about all these social media platforms. See, there is something called as a backup. You all know that, right? We take backups of data, right? Every day, the backup of all your data in social media platform is taken by the social media companies. Okay. Let's say, for example, you have been using Instagram for the last 5 years. All the 5 years, every day account has been taken as a backup. You know WhatsApp, right? Every day morning, 2 o'clock, WhatsApp takes a backup in your mobile phone, right? Tomorrow, let's say, for example, you delete your WhatsApp account. Do you think Facebook will go to the back end and delete all the files from the old servers where everyday backup has been taken? Definitely not. Correct? So they save it, they store it. Okay. Tomorrow, when you come back, you can actually restore your backup. So, Marie, never be misled. If you may think that you have deleted it, but all of them are using your data still. So please be conscious there.
I'm pretty sure there is no question, so we'll collect it all and send it to your mail, sir. On behalf of the school, I thank you for providing your gracious presence for joining us today.
An oath is a pledge to fulfill our duties. Since we are using social media, it is important to take an oath to retain everyone's safety. So let's take a vow with Christina Matthew.
Please place your right hands on your heart and repeat after me. I solemnly pledge that I will behave with thoughtfulness and respect others using online platforms. I promise that I will refrain from posting information, videos, or images that would embarrass me, put me at risk, or damage my future. I will not send or forward images of anyone who would hurt or harass them. I will not take anyone's personal information and use it to damage their reputation. I will shield myself with integrity while I use online platforms for academic and non-academic purposes and obey the e-learning rules. I will refrain from doing malpractices during online exams the intention to do the same. I said that I would definitely seek expert advice, especially from my parents and teachers, if I come across with odd behavior of anyone or any intruder online.
who would try to hamper the security. I will not misuse my school's name on any of the online platform.
Thank you, Christina.
To propose vote of thanks on this occasion, we hereby call upon Seema Jangir.
A pleasant morning to everyone present here. I, Seema Jangir of Grade 12F, am honored to deliver the vote of thanks for today's event. Cyber safety addresses the ability to act in a safe and responsible manner on the internet and other connected environments. These behaviors protect personal information and reputation and include safe practices to minimize danger online. According to the 2021 cybersecurity statistics, cybercrime is up 600% due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Remote work has increased the average cost of a data breach by $137,000. More than 500,000 Zoom user accounts were compromised and sold on the dark web. And these are just three of the many more important statistics in the past year. Therefore, the importance of spreading proper awareness about the right use of technology and internet has also increased, for which I thank all the organizers who have arranged this wonderful event for us today. Let me start by thanking the Almighty for making today's event possible and for making it a great success. Moving ahead, I would like to certify our guest of honor with this small token of appreciation on behalf of our school. I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan, who is a business leader from the Indian Institute of Management, Karnataka, India. He regularly visits different educational institutions and helps the students to gear up for the corporate world. And for the same, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable time and effort with us and helping us understand the various patterns and types of criminal activities that can become a possible trap for an individual online. And as sir suggested, do check out Social Dilemma and the connected series over on Netflix as a takeaway of today's session. I also thank First Lieutenant Mr. Ahmed Mohammed Kamal, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace the occasion. Today, we had an opportunity to hear about the cyber crimes and its consequences, the important tasks for us as students, professionalism in texting, security measures, about e-crime, and this will surely be going to encourage us in our future events. Consequently, I'd also like to express my utmost gratitude to the Dubai Cyber Cell Department, who have been gracing our school with their presence and efforts for the past 8 years, even with their schedule. I extend my thanks to the head of the Department of Inclusion and Wellbeing, Mr. Ajit Murkot, for taking time to join us today and gracing this event with his presence and utmost efforts helping students with their questions related to social media and its use. This event, our minds us a new path. Gratitude to all the speakers for grace occasion and sharing their opinions. I would like to thank our Principal Robinson, our Principal, Mrs. Sindhu Samad, advisors, Shaji, the grade 11 and 12, Mrs. Sindhu Mish, who are the grade 9 and 10, for valuable presence, motivation, and all-round support. And like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We've been fortunate to be backed by a team of very proactive and dedicated staff of our nation who are well served in their job. I then express my deep, most sincere thanks and gratitude to the teachers and participants in this event and for putting in their valuable time and effort. Special thanks to our activity coordinator, Mrs. Ray, for providing the students with their support throughout. Finally, to conclude, I would like to say that the security used to be an inconvenience sometimes, but now it's a necessity all the time. As said by Catherine Neville, privacy and security, like eating and breathing, life's basic requirements. Once again, thank you to everyone for joining us today, and may you have an amazing day ahead of you. Once again, quoting from first lines today, don't forget to wear a mask online too. Thank you.
The Indian national anthem is the heart of all Indians. So I hereby request everyone to stand in attention position for the Indian national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष यदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
This is the end of today's morning assembly. Stay healthy and be kind. We promise to meet you again with new thoughts, thinking, and better performances. Thank you and have a nice day.